Okay, Dave, Rise of the Triad is coming back. Tell us about it.
Well, it is a faithful reboot of the '95 cult classic by Apogee Software, and it is once again being published by Apogee Software. We are Interceptor Entertainment. We are bringing it back to the masses with some fancy updates, mostly including a fully licensed Unreal 3 engine with all kinds of physics and apex destruction and all the other goodies that NVIDIA wants us to put in the game. SSAO, DOF, you know, things that make PC games look way prettier than consoles. No offense, guys. PS4 ain't here yet. We get all the crazy weapons back, all the crazy modes back, fast-paced Twitch gameplay. If you're into Unreal Tournament or Quake Live, this is the game for you. If you're into Call of Duty, this is not the game for you. Unless you just play it to kill people, which in case, yes, this is the game for you. Because
that's exactly what we like to hear.
There is a lot of that. Blowing people up, ludicrous jibs all over the place, body parts and missiles flying everywhere all the time. It is a clusterfuck and we love it.
Okay, what the hell happened to Apogee?
What happened to Apogee? They turned into 3D Realms and they made Duke Nukem 3D and some other stuff, and then they tried to make Duke Nukem forever, then they finally did. But back in around 2007, Terry Nagy, who was a God Games guy from the original Apogee, approached George Miller and Scott Broussard. I got that backwards. Scott Miller and George Broussard, and said, hey, you know, I'd like to bring the Apogee name back. You know, the George and Scott still do 3D Realms. You know, we're actually working with them too. We're doing Duke Nukem 2 for iPad. We announced that a couple of weeks ago. And they said, you know, yeah, Terry, you can, yeah, okay, take the Apogee name and that awesome logo and bring it back. And he acquired some IPs to, you know, do it with. And one of them was Rise of the Triad. And mostly, you know, they had been, you know, that's why you see Rise of the Triad on GOG, because the new Apogee is selling it there. But, you know, Interceptor they approached Interceptor, and, you know, they said, do you want to work with, you know, some of this old stuff? And of course, you know, Interceptor started working on a Duke Nukem reboot. That's where we got started, so we love all these old games. And we were like, well, how about Rise of the Triad? And he said, well, actually, yeah, that was kind of a thing we've been looking into doing for a few years now. So we'd fucking love to do a Rise of the Triad reboot. And, you know, 6 months later, we revealed at QuakeCon 2012 on stage with id Software. And it's almost a year later, we're going to be out this summer.
All right, so Rise of the Triad is not even out yet, but you were talking about some old licenses and some old names. Are they going to be bringing anything else back? Duke Nukem, Rise of the Triad, what else?
I can neither confirm nor deny all the awesome stuff that Apogee and 3D Realms and Interceptor are working on.
Can you give us any hints as to anything they may have been just talking about? I mean, even an article of clothing that would give away something that a gamer might start thinking about.
Definitely more ports of old games so people can play them better. I mean, iOS is a thing, Android is a thing. Bringing back all the old Apogee games on iOS is pretty cool. We like Blake Stone, we like Hocus Pocus, we like Boppin', we like Star Gunner. We want them on iOS and Android, as well as bringing them all to Steam, the Apogee back catalog. Those games aren't on Steam yet. Rise of the Triad 95 is coming to Steam. Blake Stone is probably coming to Steam. Hocus Pocus, Boppin', Star Gunner, everything. We want all of them on Steam, so that's what Apogee's doing next, and Interceptor is happy to be a part of that whenever we can, you know. We like being people's, I mean, we don't want to build our reputation on being the old school first-person shooter reboot guys, but, you know, we're more than happy to do it because we'll know we'll do it right.
Yeah, there's a lot of kick-ass that people have missed out on, so that's pretty cool.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it's you know, you can get them the originals on GOG, which is great, you know. But you know, we like doing real deal ports, you know, so you don't have to just play it in DOSBox. You know, widescreen native, mods native, run on Windows 7, 8, you know, XP natively. You know, not having to you know hack around and do all kinds of any tweaks and nonsense. You know. We like making those old games, not only rebooting, but making the originals very, very playable in 2013 so people can experience them the way we think that they should be experienced. You know, these are the games we grew up on. And it's cool that we've kind of bridged the gap because we're working with guys from Apogee and 3D Realms who worked on the original Rise of the Triad and Duke Nukem and stuff, you know, like Terry and Joe Siegler and Tom Hall and all these guys. And it's cool that we're working with them, and we grew up with their games, and now we're old enough to be working on their IPs with them. So it's kind of funny how that all worked out, you know?
All right, so when is this going to be out?
This summer. Rise of the Triad will be out this summer. It is fully moddable, $14.99. You can get it on DRM free on GOG.com or loaded with lots of hot DRM on Steam. Make your own server, dedicated servers, we've got them.
We might do it. All right, thanks a lot, man.
You got it.
now. Merry Christmas.